Hey, what's going on? Mark here for Unoriginal Noobs, back in Modded Creative, Season 1, Episode 2. Let's get him in the little chair here. Let's get out of F5 mode first. Oh, spoiler, don't look at it. Okay, no, shift out. Okay, so it's kind of back. Ah, you already saw it. This is what I kind of built off camera between episodes. So we built this last episode. We kind of built the lobby area. You can kind of tell it snowed a little bit. Everything's all bright and colorful of snow. And the water doesn't freeze, so that's good. And this building is going to be a fusion reactor building. So you can see I built one half of the building, snowed, and then I built the other half of the building and it didn't snow. Oh well, I'll get rid of the snow later. Anyway, so if we come into the reactor building, you can see I outlined everything with this construction foam and then painted it white. So it kind of looks like a clean facility. It's a very clean facility. That's what I'm going for, is a high-tech facility. And I was just testing the size of the steel tank here that I might need. Okay, so I can actually get rid of this. So, while I'm destroying this, I'll kind of explain what I want to do. So what I want to do is I want to build a fusion reactor, a Greitech fusion reactor, because they produce helium plasma. Yeah, so the fusion reactor itself produces no power. The fusion reactor itself produces 0 power. However, it does produce helium plasma, and the helium plasma produces, it's like it's something like 4 million EU, or it's just crazy amounts per cell of the liquid plasma helium. It's crazy. It's actually just ridiculous. So I think I want to make these steel tanks out of white steel, or colored white steel as well, just so that it's all universal throughout everything. And so almost done here, and these are Railcraft steel tanks, by the way. So what I'm going to, we'll actually make those tanks. Let's get into the other creative mode. And Railcraft. And let's see, there's got to be steel tank. Should I just type in tank? Does it come up with the steel tank? Should. Steel tank. Okay. And we will need a steel tank window and gauge. And then do we just color it with dye? I'm not sure exactly how you color the block. It might just be a dye. Although there could be some sort of paintbrush, and I wouldn't really know of it. Well, let's try a dye then. What's white dye in Minecraft? That's another good question, actually. What is white dye? Oh, bone meal, of course. Oh, no, that's bone meal. That's not bone meal. Bone meal's white dye. Does this actually work? I'm not sure. Or do you have to put in a crafting bench? You might have to do this, actually. You might have to go... we're going to need more steel then. Steel, or how about tank? We're gonna need a whole bunch of, no, that's high pressure boilers. We don't want high pressure boilers, we want those. Now I think if we might just be able to do this then, and does this make the multicolored? Steel tank, is there a difference in color? Not really. Okay. Okay. No color difference. Oh well. Anyway, let's build these tanks. So, I'll go ahead and put the base down. And what I want to do is, I'll kind of explain as I'm building this, is I'm going to have 2 valves on it. And the 2 valves will kind of be the inputs and the outputs. And for deuterium and tritium, which is the reaction I'm going to be doing, is the deuterium-tritium reaction. And in there, however, I have a plan to build a really cool deuterium, infinite deuterium slash tritium. Is it tritium? I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway. The 2 chemicals that I'm going to put in the fusion reactor, I have a setup that I have in mind of where I can just produce infinite amounts of them with just water and a bunch of applied energistics stuff, and a bunch of machines and applied energistics stuff. But it's an infinite amount. It's an infinite source, which I think is super cool, because then I can just build it and leave it, and then I can have an applied energistic system subnetwork just for all the liquid that I'll be producing. And then I don't even have to worry about producing excess, because I'll just put some 64K storage cells in there and just, whoop, there we go. So I think I'll put a steel tank valve in the corner, and then one in this corner. Kind of be like that, and then we'll put in the gauges. So steel tanks should be able to hold twice the amount of a iron tank if you build it the exact same size, because it's steel, so of course it holds more. Well, it's simple logic, really. Alright, we'll kind of build the last one here. And perfect, so it does build itself. Alright, let's go over here and build this one. And so what I want to do is, once I end up building that infinite deuterium tritium system, I can turn it off. I know how to turn it off, but I don't want to turn it off. what I'll have is just, it'll be producing, and I'll just have it going into an applied energistic system. And then what I'm going to have under here is, okay, there is the applied energistic system, but then there's also quantum tanks. Now, I might use quantum tanks just so I can keep everything localized near the tank itself. But I'll probably just end up using applied energistics because I get to use more mods that way, and it's cooler, right? Applied energistics. Applied energistics is a cool mod. Does a lot of stuff. All right, we'll just finish off the wall here, and kind of do this, and then we'll get started on the fusion reactor right after this. And I'll kind of have to I think I remember how to build the fusion reactor. I'm fairly certain. I have gotten the fusion reactor legitimately in survival play. That took a little bit of time. We'll put one here, and we'll just finish it off as such. Okay. All right, so that should work. Perfect. So we have our 2 tanks. This one will be, say, deuterium. This one will be tritium. And then we'll be pulling all the liquid helium plasma, and then we'll be using tesseracts, maybe tesseracts, or just a pipe to wherever I'm going to be actually having all the helium plasma generators. That is not symmetrical. That is not either. Okay, I'll put that there. Sidetrack here, sorry. I got some OCD. This is just construction foam painted white, in case anyone is wondering. It makes a nice, cool looking block. Paint, please? No? No paint? You don't want to paint. Oh, that's just dark white paint, or how about... There we go. They look pretty similar. Okay, so let's get to work on the actual fusion reactor. So I just kind of outlined the fusion reactor so I knew what size I was going to deal with. But I believe we're going to need... We're definitely going to need fusion coils. There we go. We're going to need the fusion reactor itself. So we need the fusion control computer, energy injectors, material injectors, and material extractors. We're going to need, is it highly advanced machine? No. We're going to need some sort of machine casing, I'm pretty sure. Advanced machine casing. Okay, let's get to work. So the whole bottom needs to be this machine casing. And I believe it is this kind of circular shape. I believe it is. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm 99% sure it's this shape because... Alright, and then we'll need to put on top of this fusion reactor coils. So if no one knows how to build a fusion reactor, well, you can kind of follow this video. It's not a tutorial on how to build it, but hey, you might learn some. You can always pause and rewatch because I'm explaining I'll try to explain what I'm doing. And then I want to put a kind of sandwich layer on top of that as such. And then we'll have this 3-layer high sandwich of casing, coil, and then casing. And then I'm going to want to go around all the outside after I'm done. So I want to go around the entire outside and just place casing so there's no actual coil showing. Because you don't want any coil actually being visible. You don't want any air actually physically touching the coils themselves. Because you want to keep your fusion reactor contained. You don't want any stuff going flying everywhere. Alright, that could be kind of bad. And then because we'll do this and that, and I think I'm just going to get some like ultimate hybrid solar panels or something just to do the initial charge. And so we'll get the fusion control computer to go there. Perfect, the fusion control computer. We need energy injectors here and here, and then I'll do them on all the sides just to make it look nice and neat. And do the not there, and there, and we'll come over here and do it. Just like that, and we'll do it right here and here and here and there. Okay, so we have our energy injectors, and now we're going to need our material injectors, which go on the top, I believe. 99% sure they do, and we'll do that. And this will be inserting the deuterium and the tritium. Mega daytime, go back to day, and material extractors, and these will be extracting the helium itself, which is very, very important. All right. So why don't we actually get some tritium right here. Tritium, so are they the same? They're definitely not the same. They're both from GregTech. Well. Let's see, does it accept you? Yes, excellent. Okay, and we'll need some, is it DUT? Oh, sweet, deuterium. There's 2 deuterium. That's weird, 2 deuterium cells too. Okay, so we've pretty much established that I will be using a tritium deuterium reaction. It doesn't matter if it's on the top or bottom as long as they're one of each. I'll be producing helium plasma, which does 4,096,000. So that's 4,096,000 EU in a plasma generator per one cell. That's just one cell. All right, let's get rid of this bottom layer of marble here. We don't need that. Oh, no, our floor. We don't need that outline anymore. And do that. And there we go. Let me patch this up quickly. I'm going to need some sand. And then we'll do that, and get rid of that. And get paint. Not paint. Paint. White paintbrush and sand to dry it, and white painter. You don't have to use sand to dry those. You can let them dry, but it's sand just makes them instant dry. Okay. So let's get some EU cable, I guess. So if we go cable, there's got to be some HV or superconductor. We'll use superconductor cable. Why not? Because we can. Superconductor, superconductor condensator, superconductor wire. And we'll do that. Can we not use you? Yes, we can. Sweet. And we'll do that and that. And we'll just kind of... You have to shift click to place those things. My goodness. They are some hefty cables, let me tell you. And boop, there we go. Now they're all connected. And now we just need to go to some, let's get some solars. Actually, isn't there, I believe, because I actually have this solar mod, sorry, we have a quantum generator. Perfect. Okay, so this reaction should be starting once it gets enough power. Shift place, and we'll have you outputting much more power than that at much more larger packet sizes. And you should be, okay, I don't know. So we have the material injectors plus coils in between on top. We have plasma extractors on the outer side, which we have. Well, I don't think we need plasma extractors there. I think it's the plasma extractor is called a fusion material. Yeah, it should be. But you're not getting any power. Let's just try the standard EU cable. I might have done something wrong for all I know. Energy injectors definitely go there, because energy injectors are labeled with a light blue ring surrounding a darker blue square, which I have here. That's exactly how I did it. Hulls plus coil in between. I did that. Let's just try some standard EU cable. How about we'll have some glass. Oh shoot. Oh, never mind. It wasn't anything catastrophic. Fiber cable is what it's called. Fiber cable. Yes, fiber cable. And then we'll use the quantum generator still, but I'm not sure why it's not accepting any power. Why don't I just the quantum generator? Well, it should anyway. Quantum generator, and we'll just kind of stick you there, and we'll just attach all the cables to it like that. Perfect. Okay, and then you should be what are the max packet sizes these things can have? 8,192. 1 5 2 3 8,000 was 8,192. Just pull you down to 100 and 92, and we go up to 8,000, and we'll have you outputting crazy amounts of power. Okay, so that thing it should be charging. I'm not sure why. Oh, it is charging. Okay, so we did complete it. Huh. I guess it's a superconductor cables do not work. So I don't think we actually have to get that bar up all the way. Let's just see how much power we can actually dump into this thing. Ah! Okay, so for anyone who's curious, just genuine curiosity, nothing else, of course. The fusion reactor does have a maximum amount of power that you can put into it before bad stuff happens, we'll say. Just people who are curious, no personal experience or anything. So I let it charge up correctly, and you see everything, these turned yellow, which means the reaction is happening. So let's set it to daytime, and let me grab a tank of some sort. Let's see, what kind of tank? We'll use a resonant portable tank, because they are or we can just use a quantum tank, actually. because they hold crap tons of liquid. So we're going to need a torch, a redstone torch to be exact, right here. And then we're going to need... Oh, oh God. Well, I don't think fusion reactors are my thing if I was going to play survival mode, because that would have made me very, very mad. Anyway, so I think I have it set up correctly now. So I have a quantum generator, until I get it properly set up, outputting 4096 EU and 4096 EU packets, because to keep the fusion reactor running after you get the initial fuel, it takes 4096 EU per tick of power, which is the exact amount I'm putting in. So you'll see this energy thing kind of flicks up, flicks down, flicks up, flicks down. But this should be run for an infinite amount of time now, so long as we keep fuel, which we should probably put some more fuel in, because we don't want to run out of fuel. So let's dump some more fuel in there. Deuterium goes in there. Okay, so we have fuel. That's good. So what I need to do now is I need to get out the actual, the helium plasma itself. So I'll just set up kind of a rough setup here until I build the building that I'm going to actually dump the helium plasma into and where the generators are going to be. So let's just put a quantum tank. Let's get a quantum tank about right here. And we'll just swap that out for the fluiducts, and we'll put the quantum tank down. And then I need to set the fluiducts to output, so they pull the fluid out of the material, or the fusion material extractors. And then you need to power them with a redstone signal. So for now, I'll just do kind of a rough redstone torch. So you can see this right now has no liquid in it. And then if I do this, you can see there's fluid helium plasma. And now we have 11 buckets of helium plasma. If I do this, we'll just have both being activated just so it's symmetrical. And we'll be pulling out helium plasma out of that one too. So we have 21 buckets of helium plasma. This thing should run for an infinite amount of time now, so as long as I keep putting fuel cells into it. Let's turn off the snow before everything gets snowed out again. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to build this cool door, like a cool sliding kind of big vault door type thing. So let's go and I'll clear my inventory. And I'm going to be using redstone in motion. So if I go, is a redstone in motion? Yes, so I'm going to want frames. I want a carriage translocator. No, I don't want the translocator. I want the one that does not move with the carriage. There we go, that one. I'm going to want the screwdriver. And let's see here. What do I want to use for the vault door itself? Like the actual vault door. Let's see here. What if I type in yellow? What kind of cool yellow blocks are there that I could use? Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, these exist. Oh my goodness. Okay, these are going to be my new vault door. It is decided my new vault door is going to be that. I can't wait. Okay, actually that'll probably be half the vault door. What about the other half? We can use this actually. This'll work. Okay, so let's build the actual vault door. So the vault door kind of has to go over top of this. So if I put in frame, I kind of want it to kind of go in on itself, if you sort of know what I kind of mean by that. So I'll just have that reactor going. It'll eventually probably run out of fuel, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we'll kind of have it like this, and then it'll go up and kind of it'll be like a teeth shape, and then I'll go up one more, and then this one will be kind of like that, and it'll be sort of something like that, and that we'll kind of have. No. It'll be like this. It should be fine like that. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to build the frame carriages to attach all of these to. So I need to break off those, break it off here, and break it off here. We can actually attach them. And I'll need to put one for you there, one for you there, one for you there. And this could be a little more proving difficult than I thought. Actually, we won't be able to hide the actual thing itself, I don't think. So how do I want it? So I want it biting in, and then not biting in, and then not, and then like that. Okay. And then we'll have, actually we can do this. We can do this, I think. No, we can't. Nope. So I'm going to want to attach all of these. So I think the way I had to have this set up properly. So we'll kind of do it just over here. I need to put the carriage motor down like that. And then I need to attach the frame carriages like this. And we'll attach them like this. And then I just need to screwdriver the bottom of these ones so that when I get a button right here, it doesn't actually pull the button with it. We'll put one on this side, just like that. Set it back to daytime. All right. So we want it to go like this and like that, and then we'll have it going down. Okay. Just like this. And if any blocks are attached to the earth, I don't think it actually pulls those blocks themselves. So we want it teeth, no tooth, and then like that. All right, so if we do this, it should pull the whole thing back. Oh, it did pull those blocks. That's going to be a problem. I know what I need to do. I need to do this. I need to screwdriver the bottom of you guys so that you don't actually pull those blocks with you. So now when I do this, it should just pull the whole thing back. Okay, we'll pull it back once again. And let's put the hazard blocks on. This is going to be so cool. All right, hazard, 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 hazard. Hazard, hazard. Okay, and we'll do the exact same thing on this side. Hazard blocks, and then I want to screwdriver all the faces here so that when they touch the other blocks, it won't actually connect to them. Okay, and should be good. And so now when I press this button, it pushes it, and then we can do it one more, and then this will be the first half of the door. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. All right, let's pull this one back a bit. We can kind of get it out of the way. Screwdriver that, and we'll pull it back a bit. Okay, so let's build the second half of the door. And the second half of the door has to go like this. It has to accept the tooth, and then bite in, and then accept a tooth, and then bite in, and then accept a tooth. Okay, so just like that, we'll kind of have it running back here. And then how far back? I don't want it to be symmetrical. So it's one back by the marble wall. So the marble wall, and it is right here. So factory block, we'll just kind of do this, and then carriage motor. Okay, and then we'll just destroy all of you guys. Just kind of, sorry, I didn't really need to build that first then. And we'll do that, and that. Okay, and we'll bring it out here. And we'll bring it down, and you need to accept, bite, accept, bite, accept. Okay, and then we'll just need to kind of go underneath here and screwdriver that so that it won't pull that marble block back with it. And so now, when I screwdriver all the bottom of these, and those, and I push it, we'll pull it back at first. How about? Okay, it pulls that back, and then we'll put a screwdriver there, and we should be able to put on the factory blocks. So factory blocks, just like this. Factory blocks, just like that, and then we'll screwdriver all the faces so that it does not connect, or it shouldn't pull the blocks back with it. Hopefully it doesn't. It shouldn't, because I did test this before because I wasn't 100% familiar with it. So if we push this one forward like this, one forward, two forward, and one more forward like that, you are now in your position, and then I can push you forward one. We have a closed hazard door. That looks perfect. Hopefully, come on. Yes! All right, sweet. So we can time this up with the redstone. So you are 3 blocks back, and so are you. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. Okay. Oh, whoa, pardon. Oh, I went in the water. Whoops. Okay, let's get a repeater. How about repeat, just like this. And okay, we need a repeater. We need a button, and we're gonna need some red alloy. Actually, we can use. There's no wireless redstone. Oh, there's wireless redstone. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, we need not a jammer. We want a transmitter and a receiver. And we're gonna need some red alloy as well. So we don't need that screwdriver anymore. We'll keep that. And we're gonna need some red alloy wire, just like this. All right, so I think I have a setup that I can use now. Actually, that actually works. So we can go ahead and we can scrap this setup. Oh geez, ha. We can scrap this setup because I was just thinking about it too hard. It's actually, I got a much better setup in my head. It takes up much less space too. Okay, so let's see, where do I want to build it? Where do I want to build this little contraption? See, I want it to be hidden, so let's kind of go underground here, and we'll build it underground, just underneath the door. And I go underground, and it doesn't take up too much space, actually. So let's just kind of build it right here, and it's going to be completely off the grid, so nothing needs to have access to it. We don't need to see it. Okay, so I need to build a. Let's see. I need to get some red alloy, which I have here, And then I need to see where I want to place the button to actually physically access the door. Let's see here. What do I want to place the button? Let's place the button. So we're going to have a wall that's coming here like this, because we're going to need to cover. Let's see. Let's place the button right here. If we place the button there, then we can have a red alloy wire coming out the bottom like this. Okay, and it'll just kind of sneak down into here. Okay, then what's going to happen is I'm going to have it going into a toggle latch. So let's get some screwdrivers and stuff out. So if we put the toggle latch here, okay, yes, we put the toggle latch there, and then get the red alloy wire out and do that. When we flip the button or press the button, it should flip this toggle latch. Okay, so then I'm going to have it going out, and it's going to go into a timer, and I'm actually going to need to invert this signal. So let's do this, and let's get a redstone torch. I have 2 torches for some reason, and let's get a timer. Actually, do I need to invert the signal? No, I don't. I don't need to invert the signal. I don't think. No? Let's all just give me a sec here to figure it out. Okay. And then we'll have it going back in. So what's going to happen? Yes. So what's going to happen is I believe I have it timed. So every 2.2 seconds, so let's go, every 2.2 seconds, so if I press the button, a redstone signal comes down here, flips this toggle latch, and turns off this redstone signal. That means that this timer can go for 2.20 ticks. That's when it's going to get back around. And when it happens is when it gets back, it outputs a signal here, flipping the toggle latch back. And so what I'm going to have here is a wireless transmitter on the fusion door signal, so that, oh, what is making that ticking noise? Oh geez, why are you on? Right, that's why I had to have it inversed. Okay, that makes sense. So let's do that quickly. How about, let's put a block here, and we'll do this. Oh, thank God for red power. And then we'll have a torch there, and we'll just have some conduit coming off to our transmitter here. Fusion door. Okay, let's go open our fusion doors. Let's go open our doors. 1, 2, you're open completely, and here we go. Okay, so when we push this button, and that should work, and when we push this button, those doors should close. Or, close. 1 and 2. Perfect, the doors close. Awesome. So now what we have to do is we have to build the button to open the doors. Okay, so if we just break this button, and let's just put a transmitter right there. So when we, we'll put a transmitter there, or receiver. So let's get a receiver out. Get rid of the screwdriver for now, and receiver. And I'll put it right there. And we're going to need to put one on this side as well. So we'll do that, destroy the button, and then place a receiver on this side. I'm going to do pretty much the exact same thing. So you're right next to the second one. So right there. Okay, and then we'll just place the button on it and bring this thing underground. Say a little bit underground, doesn't have to be too fancy. Whoa, cool. Pink fluorite. Oh, shoot. Okay, I was just trying to see where the other one was, but found it. Crap. We're going to have to do that and place the transmitter back. Fusion door. Okay. And go down here. I should probably really... No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to give this thing 2 pulses. So how am I going to do that? Well, it's going to be easy. I'm going to do a timer setup again. So it's going to be a little different because I have a little less space to work with up there, so I'm going to have to do more of it down here. But that's fine. It'll be really easy to do. So let's get a red alloy wire, and we'll bring the signal down, the button signal down. So like this, and there. So we have our redstone signal down. I will put it into a toggle latch. So let's kind of bring it out into the room here, and let's get a toggle latch out, and we'll put it into the toggle latch like this, like that. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to have it going out into a timer right here. No, timer right there, and set you to 2.22, and feeding back into the latch. Okay, so now what we want to have is we want to have it so that we're going to want another timer. And actually, what do I have these timers up here set to? I have these timers set to 1.11. So I'm going to want a timer here, right here, that is set to 1.11. So if I press that button, it should send a redstone signal down here. That will trigger this, and it should go 2 times exactly, because this is 2.22, and this is 1.11. And 1.11 was the time, if I set it to 1 second, the doors don't have enough time to finish moving before the redstone ticks again. So, oh well, it's fine. And then we'll set you to transmitter, and we'll need a new frequency on 2, and we'll call it fusion door close. And I'll put a 2 beside you so I actually know what frequency you are. I should put numbers beside them actually, just so I actually know what frequencies. I'm actually labeling these. Fusion door close. Okay. And set. Shoot, I keep forgetting that to set the frequency first. Fusion door close. Set name. Alright, so now year 2. So if I go up here and get a receiver and place the receiver there, fusion door close, and fusion door close. Alright, so if I should be able to open it with... Oh wait, that's going to open them actually, sorry. That's going to... Whatever, that's going to open them. It's backwards. Okay, so if I press this button, it should open the doors now. 1, 2. Awesome, so now the doors open. So now we have these cool kind of yellow sliding doors, and then I can press this button once again to close it. And... okay, they seem to be mismatched for some odd reason. What do you set to? 1.11. And 1. Oh, I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, alright, I think we can end the episode there. So we built a fusion reactor, eventually, set up some tanks, and we got a nice cool sliding door going with some yellow bricks. And now I can always expand this and change it around because I have the base mechanical part set up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. See you in the next one. Bye.